Chapter 36. Elihu continued speaking and said, Job, be patient a little longer, for I still have something to say on God's behalf. I will use my deep knowledge to show you that God, my Creator, is just. Everything I am going to say is true. The one speaking to you has true understanding. See how powerful God is. He does not despise anyone. He knows all things. He does not allow the wicked to go on living, and he always treats the poor with justice. God protects those who live rightly. He lets them rule like kings and keeps them in high positions forever. But if some people are bound with chains or caught in the cords of suffering, then he shows them that this happens because of what they have done, because of their sins and their pride. God makes them listen to his warnings and commands them to turn away from sin. If they obey and worship him, they will enjoy peace and prosperity for the rest of their lives. But if they do not care about God, they die in ignorance. They cross the river and enter the world of the dead. Those with an evil heart hold on to anger, and even when they are punished, they do not cry out for help. They dishonor their bodies among themselves and die in the prime of life. But God teaches people through suffering. He uses affliction to open their eyes. God rescued you from danger and allowed you to live in safety. Your table was always filled with the best food. But now you are judged and condemned, and you are receiving the punishment you deserve. Be careful. Do not accept a bribe to twist justice. Do not let great wealth seduce you. It is useless to cry out for help. Your strength has no value now. Do not long for the night when nations are destroyed. You are suffering because of your wrongdoing. Be careful. Do not turn back to it. How great is God's power! Who governs as well as he does? No one can command God or accuse him of wrongdoing. The whole world praises what he does, and you should too. Do not forget to praise him. Even from far away, we all see and admire what God is doing. He is far too great for us to fully know. We cannot measure the years of his existence. God draws up the water from the earth and turns it into drops of rain. Clouds pour down their moisture, sending showers upon the earth. Who understands the movement of the clouds or the thunder that echoes in the sky where God dwells? He scatters his lightning around him, yet the depths of the sea remain dark. This is how God provides for the peoples and gives them food in abundance. He grasps the lightning in his hands and directs it where it should strike. The cattle sense that the storm is near. The thunder announces its coming. God is far too great. He draws up the water from the earth and turns it into drops of rain. He is far too great for us to fully comprehend. Chapter 37. The storm makes my heart pound as though it were about to leap out of my chest. Listen, the roar of God's voice, the thunder that comes from his mouth. He sends lightning flashes across the entire sky, from one end of the earth to the other. Then comes the rumble of his voice, the mighty sound of thunder. And as it continues, the lightning does not stop. God thunders with his marvelous voice. He does great things that we cannot understand. He commands the snow to fall on the earth and sends heavy showers of rain. By doing this, he causes people to stay indoors, unable to work, so that everyone may know it is he who is acting. The animals go into their dens and remain hidden there. Violent storms come from the south, and cold comes from the north. The breath of God freezes the waters, turning them into solid ice. God fills the clouds with moisture, and they scatter his lightning according to his command. The clouds swirl and move in every direction. They do whatever God orders, everywhere across the whole world. He makes the rain fall on the earth either to punish people or to show his love. Job, stop for a moment and listen. Think about the wonderful things God does. Do you know how God commands the lightning to flash from the clouds? You understand how the clouds hang suspended in the air? This is proof of God's limitless knowledge. You who feel the heat pressing on your clothes before the sandstorm, driven by the south wind, arrives, can you help God stretch out the skies and make them as hard as a sheet of cast metal? Teach us what we should say to him, for we are unable to think clearly. I would not dare to argue with God, for that would be asking him to destroy me. No one can see the sun when it is hidden by the clouds, but it shines again after the wind sweeps through and clears the sky. From the north comes a golden light. The glory of God fills us with deep awe. We cannot comprehend the Almighty, the God of great power. His justice is perfect, and he oppresses no one. That is why people fear him, for he shows no favor to those who think they are wise. Chapter 38 Then, out of the storm, the Lord gave Job this answer. These words of yours only reveal your ignorance. Who are you to question my wisdom? Prepare yourself like a warrior. I will ask you questions, and you shall answer me. Yes. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? If you have understanding, explain it to me. Who decided its dimensions? Who stretched the measuring line across it? On what are its foundations set? Who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together, and all the heavenly beings shouted for joy? When the sea burst forth from the womb of the earth, who shut it in behind doors? It was I who wrapped it in clouds and clothed it in thick darkness. I set its boundaries and fastened its gates. And I said to it, you may come this far, but no farther. Here your proud waves must stop. Have you ever in your life commanded the dawn to appear and the morning light to rise, so that it might take hold of the edges of the earth and shake the wicked out of it? The morning light transforms the earth. The hills and valleys stand out like the folds of a garment or the patterns stamped on clay. That light is too bright for the wicked and keeps them from doing violence. Job, have you ever visited the springs of the sea? Have you walked in the depths of the ocean? Has anyone shown you the gates of the realm of the dead, the land of endless darkness? Do you know how vast the earth is? Tell me if you know all this. Where does the light come from? Where does the darkness originate? Can you guide them to their home and show them the way back to where they belong? Surely you can, for you must already be very old. You must have been born when the world was created. Have you ever visited the storehouses where I keep the snow and the hail, which I reserve for times of suffering and for days of battle and war? Have you seen the place where the east wind is born, who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and who sets the path for the storm to follow? Who makes the rain fall on the desert in places where no one lives? Who waters the barren and lonely land, causing grass to sprout? Does the rain have a father? Who is the mother of the dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives birth to the frost that turns water to stone and covers the sea with a layer of ice? Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades or loosen the cords of Orion? Can you bring forth the morning star in its season, or guide the great bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws that govern the heavens? Can you apply their rule to the earth? Can your voice reach to the clouds and command them to pour out such a flood that you are drenched? Can you send out lightning bolts, and will they come and say, here we are? Who gives wisdom to the ibis, which signals the Nile floods, or to the rooster, which announces the coming rain? Who has the wisdom to count the clouds? Who can tip over the water jars of the sky when the dust becomes hard and the clods of earth stick together? Is it you who provides food for the ravens when they wander about hungry, when their young cry out to me for food?